What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Dean is here. I wasn't planning on doing this vlog at all, let alone starting it right now, but then I realized, let me try and fix this light situation. I did a vlog for the first book in this series, and I felt like a missed opportunity not to carry on with that trend and do it for the sequel. So I'm currently writing the sequel to Project Z. I'm calling it the zequel. And so like I did with the first book, if you missed that vlog, I filmed a little clip of me every single day writing the rough draft until I finished the book. I don't know if this one is gonna be that precise of like filming every single day, but I wanted to give you regular updates while I wrote the rough draft. So I didn't start writing it today. I wrote the first chapter maybe a week ago, within the past week or so, and this is only my second time working on it. I'm writing chapter 2. I've written about 3,000 words so far. I don't have a full outline like I did with the first book, but I did start making an outline today just to kind of get me started. So I've outlined to the first 4 chapters and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, so far so good. We're off to a good start. I'm actually really excited to be back with these characters and to go back to this world because there were so many interesting little areas that I wanted to explore more in the first book, and in earlier drafts I did explore them in the first book and then realized that it didn't fit in the first book. So I'm excited to get to go into those topics a little bit more in the sequel, get some satisfying scenes and payoff from the long-awaited character development from the first book, and just kind of discover this story as I go, because like I said, I haven't really outlined this one as much as I had the first book, but I do have honestly a pretty solid idea of where I'm going with it. My hair is just not great for this camera angle. So yeah, welcome to the zequel vlog. Today is March 7th and I was planning on writing this for Camp NaNoWriMo in April. My stretch goal is to have the rough draft done by the end of April, so that gives me 2 months to write the rough draft. I'm anticipating that the sequel is going to be even longer than the first book, and the first book took me forever to write because I wrote it like on and off, rewrote it. It was like a whole thing. So stretch goal is to finish it by April, but if not, we'll just see how this goes. Good morning. Hello, it's the next day. So I had some thoughts. Dean is under my chair. So originally I was like, I'll film every day while I write this rough draft and make this a video. And that's what I did for book 1. And that was only 1 month's worth because I finished the book in a month, because I was only writing the second half of the book. If you haven't seen that video, I had like 40,000 words to start with and I was just trying to finish it. And this process, because I'm starting from scratch, it's gonna take at least 2 months, I'm assuming. And 1, I don't think my computer is gonna have enough space for me to keep these clips on there for 2 months. 2, that would be a really long video. And 3, I'm just impatient to wait 2 months to put up a video. So maybe we'll do like weekly, or every couple of weeks I'll have a vlog come up with my progress and stuff. So basically what I'm saying is, it's the next day I'm working on my book, I'm gonna update you again, and I'll probably post this video in about a week. So I was writing this morning. I'm still in chapter 2. I have 3,534 words right now. I decided to step away from the actual draft and go into my outline, which I've kind of been building as I go. So right now I have the first 5 chapters done, and then I just kind of spaced it down and was like, okay, what is this character's goal? What is this character's goal? Where are we going with this? And just like getting all of the big picture ideas down, because I like knew them vaguely in the back of my head, but I was like, no, you need to write them down specifically. Where are you going with this? Because the first book, the rough draft, I ended up going on a lot of tangents and having to cut a lot out, and I would like to streamline this process if possible. Do you see my cats? One of them is like wrapped up in the rug back here. So anyway, that's what I'm working on this morning. I'm trying to kind of get my feet under myself and work more on this outline and figure out where I'm going before I go back to the draft. And I figured something out that I'm really happy about. But what's difficult about this is we're switching off between 2 different point of views. And if you've seen, I have a video of me outlining this book. I'll link it down below if you want to see it. And then I'll also link down below the video of me writing the rough draft of the first book. But basically I have one character who's on Earth and I have one character who's on a space station, and so I know exactly what's happening with the storyline in space. And the Earth storyline is a little murkier for me, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that one in this book, because I don't want it to just be like filler material. I have a couple of things that I know are gonna happen with that storyline, but not enough to fill this entire book. So that's something I really need to flesh out before I can write the chapters. So that's my goal for today, is make some more progress on this outline, so then during the week I don't get stuck as much while I'm trying to write. It's now like 10 o'clock. I have not moved. I've just been sitting here drinking coffee, working on this all morning, and there's been this one piece of it that has just been like going around and around in my mind, and I haven't been able to like quite get it to work until now. I just figured it out. I'm really excited. I still have a lot to do with like individually plotting each of the chapters. That's not what I was working on. I was looking at like the whole arc of the book and everything that was going on, but I figured out how I'm gonna end it, all of the major things that are happening, the major conflict, and I've been going back and forth on whether or not I wanted this to be a duology or a trilogy or a longer series, and for a while there I was thinking it has to be a duology because there's no way the story can continue after this book, and I just figured out that that is not the case. It could be a longer series if I wanted it to be. So all exciting things. I'm gonna go like get in the shower and actually get on with my day now, but I'm really happy with the amount of work that I got done this morning. So today is Monday and I've been working on the book, and what's interesting is I have just kind of been going with a very different process than I usually do for my drafting. I think often because I like to do fast drafting, especially during like NaNoWriMo and stuff where I'm just trying to hit a certain word count and just get the rough draft down on paper, and so I always just write it even if it's terrible and I just keep moving and I don't let myself go back. And this time around, for whatever reason, I've been revising a lot of books in the past like 365 days. The past year I've revised a couple of books and gone through a ton of like really big revisions and those whole processes, and for whatever reason it just kind of made me want to approach writing this book differently this time. Especially because I feel like I have better instincts for what's going to need revisions later, like immediately. So basically I was writing the first 2 chapters, and as soon as I had finished both chapters I already knew things I was going to change when I went back to them, and usually I would make myself not go back to them. I just keep moving forward. But for whatever reason this time I've decided that this, I don't know, I'm not going to prioritize momentum and just getting it down as fast as possible. So all of this is to say, so far today I've just been adding things to the chapters that I've already been writing, rearranging some things, changing some things, and my goal is just to get a solid version that I'm happy with of the first 2 chapters done today. I'm at 4,232 words so far, and I just finished with chapter 1 and I'm happy with it. It's good. So we're moving on to chapter 2. I still have like half of it to write. Basically, I have everything that happens in the middle of this chapter. I decided I wanted to start the chapter earlier than I had started it, and then I just still need to write the ending of this chapter, and then we'll be done for the day. I always think it's interesting how you can try really hard to establish your own writing process and writing routine, and sometimes it's just completely different depending on the book that you're writing, and this is just what feels right for this book. So I'm gonna go with it. Hey guys, today is Tuesday. I just have a quick update for you today. So I didn't end up finishing the first 2 chapters yesterday, but I finished chapter 2 today. So we're now at 4,730 words and the first 2 chapters are totally done. So I'm gonna call it a day and we'll start on chapter 3 tomorrow. I am less than 300 words away from 5,000 words, and I've talked about my planning board before, but I don't think I've ever showed you anything specific on here. One of my things is the rough draft. This used to be edits when I was editing the first one, and I just turned it into rough draft. So once I finish 5,000 words, I can move the first sticky note. So that'll be exciting. Hello everybody, good morning. Today is Wednesday. I'm currently working on chapter 3, past 5,000 words, so I'll get to move a sticky note down later. Yeah, my goal for today is I know chapter 3 is gonna have 2 major scenes in it, so I really just wanna focus on getting that first scene, a full version of it down. I do have work and stuff this afternoon, so I'm just trying to get as much done this morning as I can. So far I've written 376 words. I'm in such a love-hate relationship with drafting because I've been revising for so long. It's kind of fun to just be writing again, but then also I like revising more than I like writing the rough draft. So this is always the most difficult part of the process for me, which is funny. I'm a writer, but the actual act of writing is my least favorite part of the process. Okay, so I got a very rough version of the scene down. I ended up adding over 1,000 words. We're now at 5,687. I feel like that's a solid amount of progress for today. Now I'm gonna go like get in the shower, get ready for my day. And I talked about this in the vlog that I filmed when I was writing the first book, but I'm using Pacemaker Planner to track my progress again up until April, and then I don't know, maybe I'll keep using this for April, or maybe I'll jump over to the Camp NaNoWriMo website. I haven't really decided yet. But here is our progress so far. I am almost on track. I'm less than 1,000 words behind schedule because, as you can see, I didn't write anything for 2 days. But I'm not really worried. I'm not really striving for a word count or anything. I just kind of put in some general estimates. I'm more just trying to get in the habit of writing every day and just continue to make progress and just enjoy the process and not put too much pressure on myself to finish it in like a certain period of time. I just kind of want to get back in the habit of writing a little bit every day because it's been a while since I've drafted, so having that consistency and that habit, I haven't had to do that in a while. Not since November when I did NaNoWriMo. So it's the afternoon now and I've been adding just a little bit more. And even though I said like I don't care about word count, I still just kind of felt determined to get myself back on track. And I did! So now I've written 1,666 words today. And I'm almost done with the second scene in chapter 3. I'm gonna have to get ready to leave for work in a little bit. So I don't know, I might write some more tonight. And if I do, when I finish the scene, then I can just jump into chapter 4 tomorrow. Hey guys, it's the same day. I know I keep like showing up in different clothes. I don't know why I've changed so much today. It's still Wednesday and I've been sitting here doing a little bit of writing and I actually just finished chapter 3. I'm at 6,502 words now, so I am like 200 words ahead of schedule, but that means I've written 1,772 words today and I finished my chapter. Honestly, it's only 6:30. I might just start the next one. I'm having such a good time. I'm just so happy to be working on this and I don't know why I put off starting the sequel for so long, but I'm so glad that I did this. I'm so glad that I'm working on this right now because, you know, I've been revising that first book for so long, and when you read the same book over and over again, inevitably you start to lose enthusiasm for it just because you get tired of it and you've read it a million times. But this story in this world is my favorite thing that I've ever written, and so finally writing new material for it that I'm not sick of yet has just reminded me how much I love the story and how excited I was writing that first book for the first time. So yeah, it's just been really nice getting back to this world and getting back to these characters, and I'm like grinning to myself while I'm writing these scenes because I'm enjoying it so much. So yeah, it's been a good day. I'm sitting here with a glass of wine and I'm not teaching any classes tonight, so I might just sit here for the next couple of hours and keep writing and we'll see what we come up with. Good morning everybody, today's Thursday. We're in my office today. I have a hard time sitting in here in the morning because the light from the window is just like the worst angle to sit at my desk, but whatever. I've been writing this morning. I actually have the day off, so my hope is to get a lot of writing done today. So far, I've written 500 words, so we're at 7,175, but I just got to the end of a scene. Hi. Max is here to help out. Isn't that right? She's not at all a distraction. So yeah, we're getting to the end of where I've outlined so far. I'm in the middle of chapter 4. There's another scene in chapter 4, and then I outlined chapter 5. But then after that, I need to go back to my outline and flesh out what comes next. So we'll see. My stretch goal, it would be awesome to hit 10,000 words today or finish chapter 5. So everything that I've outlined so far. Whichever one comes first. Do you ever have those moments where you were like, wow, I just wrote like a ton, like you were just so into it, and then you go back and like highlight it to see how much you wrote and it was like 200 words. Like I feel like I've written a lot today and I'm still only at like 800 words or something, which isn't like a problem. It's not about the numbers. I just feel like I've written like 2,000 words, but I really only wrote 800. Hello, it's a lot later. If you couldn't tell from my appearance, it's 8 o'clock and I made a lot more progress. So I figured I would update you. I actually think I'm gonna end the vlog tonight. So I think this is day 7. I think this is day 6. I don't know. We're now at 7,000. Wait, that's not right. Hold on. I'm now 8,617 words, so I didn't hit 10,000, but I did make it to the end of everything that I had outlined, and I updated my outline, so now I know what's happening next. So I wrote about 2,000 words today, so I'm really happy with that. We are ahead of schedule now by 1,000 words, like exactly. And I think I just saved myself a lot of time in the future with revisions, because I always do this thing in my rough drafts where I'll like know some big plot points that are coming later, but I'm like, no, it can't happen like that soon in the book. So then I add in all this shit like early on and try and like push back the timeline when it doesn't like really make sense. I don't know why I do this. And so this one, I had originally been like, this was going to happen weeks later, and I was like, screw it. But I didn't know what was going to happen in between. So I was like, nah. And I just went back and changed it to days later. And now we're just jumping straight into the stuff that I really want to get into, which might not be right. I might have to go back and expand the timeline some more, which I've had to do with drafts in the past, but this will at least make my rough draft process easier because I don't feel like I have to just sit here and brainstorm what's going to happen in the middle because I didn't have anything else that needed to happen before this. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but yeah, I'm definitely going to hit 10,000 words tomorrow, and we're still early enough in the draft that I'm still just really excited and having a good time, and I haven't hit that wall of, oh my god, this is hard, I hate everything, this is the worst thing I've ever written. So we haven't hit the wall yet. I'm sure we will hit the wall in a future vlog. But yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here, so thank you so much for hanging out with with me for, this has been a week, so week 1 of these updates. I'm not sure how frequently the next vlogs will come up, but I do plan on vlogging in some capacity for the rest of this process. So I would love to hear your feedback down below in the comments if you like these kind of vlogs. Let me know if you're currently writing or working on anything right now. I would love to hear about your own projects. And I will link everything that I talked about in this video down below in the description if you want to see the vlog for me writing book 1, if you want to see me outlining this book. I actually think I have a whole playlist of videos about this series, so I'll have that playlist linked down below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around. I put up at least 2 new videos every single week. All my links are down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, all the usual stuff, and I'll just see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you I feel a connection. With